Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker 2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Now at the time of me doing this commentary, because it's gonna come out a little bit delayed, I've already explained why and all of that in a few of my other videos, so I don't want to bore you guys with that anymore. So I want to talk about the Canelo Chavez fight, but before we do, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of intro on the video like always, and I'm going to talk about a few little things that I might talk about on some of my next commentaries. So, one of the first things that I wanted to talk about is that I did a commentary on a deal on Shark Tank. Recently, it was uploaded not that long ago, and the company I couldn't remember, and I was talking on why. Usually, before I make a video, I usually go back and rewatch the video. I save them and YouTube had already taken it down. They had deleted the video, and right here you guys are gonna see the struggle. It's pretty darn funny. I've been struggling a lot, and it's like when I rerun the footage, it's not any lag or anything like that, but I've been lagging on my screen, and I'm thinking it's my Elgato. I think it's a little bit slow. But who knows, maybe it'll get fixed or something later on. But it's been a little bit weird. I've been getting a lot of like blur when I'm playing, and that's made me messed up a lot. And hopefully that'll go away, and I'll be able to look at that guy. That guy, I played with him a few times, and he did really well in this match. And the stupid thing about it is that he only did good on this match. I played a few other matches against him and a few with him, and he did absolutely crap. Except for this match, he was doing pretty good. So that was a little bit funny, I thought. And I really have no clue how he did bad on the other matches, since he was doing quite well actually on this one. And I don't know, it was just a little bit stupid. But I was talking, okay, let's get back before I retract it. This is a short video. I was talking about a deal of a company that was supposed to teach young people how to program. You would subscribe, they would send you some cards and stuff like that, and you could program a game or something like that fun. And it's so that because society is changing towards AI and programming and all of that, so it gives younger people a skill set that is really valuable nowadays. So I thought it was a really good idea. I thought it was really clever, and the guys were being way too stingy in my opinion. Even though it was such a great idea, they were still being a little too stingy, because they still haven't proven themselves. They haven't done anything, and they had a deal from Chris Sacca, and they lost the deal for 2.5%, which is completely ridiculous. It's totally absurd. And imagine if you could have made, like they said, they were gonna make $1 billion. Then yes, the 2.5% would be a ton, but you haven't made shit yet, you know. So don't even go like there before you even proven yourself. You have to be able to give other people the incentive to help you, or they're just not going to. But anyways, I was just telling you guys, not if you guys were ever in a situation like that, don't lose your marbles. Keep a level head and do the right decision. Get at least, and if you didn't get to $1 billion, you got to a few million. Hey, you know, you got to a few million. You have a lot more money than what you would have had any other way, I guess. So that was basically the point that I was trying to tell you guys. Now these guys left the table, and who knows how they've done, if they actually been able to do really good or not. But that's a little bit besides the point, because if they would have gotten a deal, there's a big chance that they could have already made something a lot bigger, because of the way that Silicon Valley works and all of that. So I was talking a little bit about that on that video, so that's all I wanted to talk about on that one. So at least make a few million, you know. It's better to make a few million than to not make $1 billion, not make $1 million, and not make squat. So don't be that stingy. And look at him, he's playing pretty good here. He's doing a lot of crazy ass wall bouncing, and he got me with that shortly. You're gonna see it. It was pretty darn funny, and I couldn't stop laughing, because I just couldn't believe that his little wall bouncing crap actually worked. And that is the back A that a lot of people use. and I was able to use it right there quite effectively. And I don't know if he comes out here and I pop him with one of these, because he was trying to be too fancy. And then his teammate just backed up, but I'm playing against a few people that have the ES logo, and I don't know if they're actual YouTubers or real good players or they're just fans. So right there, back A again to get the kill, and then I'm getting confused. So that's a thing that I don't know. And maybe you guys know, those of you that watch the YouTube a little bit more and stuff like that and have seen them, maybe you guys know if they're actually somebody or they're just people that are fans and are wearing the tag. But I really didn't know. And I know I played against a few of them that I did recognize, but there's so many of these S players or ES, whatever you guys want to call them, that it's ridiculous. Right here I know that this guy is behind me and I was just trying to trick him, but I couldn't do the up A on time, so I paid the price at the end, and I thought that was really funny as well. But anyways, to get to the point of this commentary, the reason that I even sat here today is to talk about the Canelo Chavez fight. And I'm gonna go for Chavez. I don't like Canelo really that much, and he's way too cocky. And the thing is that, one, I don't like him because the people that made him popular, made him famous, he just fucking dropped their ass like nobody's business just because he got pissed off of something super stupid. And then the other thing that I don't like about him is that he's way too cocky. He ducks a ton of players, and I know some people are gonna argue, and he argues the same thing, and he's like, well, I fought against Mayweather, and I fought against, yeah, but he had no chance. He fought against Mayweather because it was a big money fight, and his name was gonna get out there, and he knew he was gonna lose that fight. Nobody even thought he had a chance. I don't think anybody in their right mind actually thought he had a chance. But anyways, to continue with it, and I do get the thing that Chavez hasn't really fought with anybody of big name except for Martinez, and that is one of his downsides. But still, you know, I like him a little bit better. I don't think he's as cocky or as, I don't know how to say it, but I don't think he's as full of shit, I guess, as Canelo is. And it's just part of the game, I guess. And the thing is that Canelo doesn't fight anybody until they're done, and that's just the plain old truth. Like, in my opinion, he lost against Cotto, but they gave him the fight just because it's not worth it for them to have a young guy and for him to lose, and his career wouldn't continue to take off as it was. So that's my opinion on why he got the fight, and it's the same for this one. Even if Chavez were to win technically, which I doubt it, because I don't think he has the skills to win a technical fight, but even if he were to win a technical fight, they would give it to Canelo just because he's the bigger name and the bigger box office, and that's just been created by De La Hoya and his promoters, basically. So that's one of the things that I don't like. This guy really doesn't fight anybody. He's fought everybody after they're done, basically. He's fought against depreciated boxers, against people that had nothing left on the tank. Maybe that last match just to make him bigger. And that's exactly the reason that they chose this Chavez fight, because they know that he hadn't fought in a long time. And that's just like ridiculous to me. And then this guy has the audacity to come in and talk all of this shit, saying that he's that good and he's the one that wanted the fight. Of course he's the one that wanted the fight. Of course, you know, I'm like, what a pussy. He's gonna fight against somebody that hasn't really fought, that has a terrible record, a terrible reputation for training and as a fighter and all of that in general. So I don't know why they even chose the fight if he's as good as he says, and he's fighting against the best in the world. And how does Chavez fit into that? You know, so I don't really get it. I just think he's too well made for promotion. He lent himself the promotion. The promoters did a great job in promoting him, but I don't think he's great. I don't even think he's good, and I don't like him as one of the best pound per pound fighters, as some of them say. I'm like, bullshit. You know, and I'm not saying that Chavez is a better fighter or anything like that. He's not, but I think he has more power. He has the size advantage. He has everything on his corner, basically, to be able to be the bigger man, the bully, and just really take it to him. And I do agree when he says that he hasn't fought any real fighter anybody on his weight. He's always fought people that were a lot smaller, which is completely true. And another example is the Amir Khan. Like, the only reason that they chose Amir Khan was giving him a world-class whoop ass. There is absolutely no doubt about that at all. And the only reason that they chose it, look at my fail on that nade. I thought that was really funny, and I have no clue how he's still. Oh, I think it was the guy with the Nasher that shot me. I thought it was the Lancering guy right now, but nah, the guy with the Nasher on the other fucking campy ass spot. Like, these MLG players, I guess, are coming out to play. He's the guy that got me. But to continue with what I was saying, I forgot where I was at. But oh yeah, the Amir Khan fight. Like, the only reason this pussy fought Amir Khan is because he's known as Glassjaw. They knew that he was only gonna take one punch to knock him out. So if you were getting outclassed, if you were getting outdone, if you were getting out everything, it didn't fucking matter as long as you landed one punch. And it took him like 9 rounds to be able to do so. But as long as he landed one punch, he was going to win the fight. And that's exactly what happened. And ever since the fight was there, I was like, this freaking pussy. Ever since I saw it announced, he has no balls, like, really. And he talks a ton of shit too. That's the worst part about it. So I really don't like him. He doesn't, like, when he fights somebody that's actually good, and I think this is gonna be a good fight, and I want Chavez to win because it's gonna prove to this douche that he's nobody, that he's crap. And all of that. Look at him. This was funny though. I don't know how many times I shot and missed him. But right there I shot him. I ran out of bullets, and that's when he pushed. And of course, he obviously had that much power on his Nasher. But the 2 shots that I gave him didn't really do squat. So, that's just the way that Gears goes. But I thought that was funny that I couldn't shoot him. And on my screen, like, I'm telling you guys, I'm playing with a little bit of blur. It seemed like I was hitting him. Now that I was watching it right here, I can see that I was actually missing him by a bit. He was a little bit quicker than what I was, but look at him. He's coming back. I saw him, and I'm like, nope, I ain't having none of your shit. He was the guy that was lancering at the beginning. He was the guy that wouldn't move from that side, and now some of his teammates are going to copy him. And I don't even know why some of these players play. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Maybe because it's not my style, but always. So to continue with what I was saying though before is that I really don't think that Canelo has any real balls to fight anybody on his actual weight class. He's always been a heavy man, and he always fights on a lighter division. And he has admitted that shit. He said it. I've always had to come down on weight, so fighting this fight at this weight isn't much because I don't have to lose that much weight. So even he admits that he fights at a lighter weight than what he should be. He fights against people that he knows is going to be easy, and that's the same thing that Chavez told him. He told him, the only reason you're fighting against me is because you think that I'm going to be an easy opponent, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. And I really do hope that's true. I hope he knocks him out though. I really want to see a knockout. I really dislike Canelo. He's too full of shit. That's just the truth. And although Chavez is a bit full of shit too, he's not as full of shit as Canelo. Canelo is just like too overboard. It's ridiculous. And yes, I know I tossed the smoke, but I knew there was another one on the floor, and I was just waiting for him to toss one again to try to be a bit strategic. So one was to blind their view, and the other one was to try to stun them and keep them from pushing, because we're trying to get this W right here. So after that, I don't know if that guy dropped out or if I think he's still in there, but he wasn't playing anymore. And or at least I didn't see him push, and one of their teammates left. They knew that they were gonna lose. They were trying to come with that fancy crap all the time, and this is one of those S players, and his teammate got me, and it's all good though. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what some of you guys think on the fight, if you guys are gonna watch it or not, and what do you guys think, who you guys are rooting for. I'll be very interested to see. But I really want Chavez to win, and I already explained why, and there's a lot more reasons, but let's just keep it concise and to that. So yeah, let's let's see what happens. And if he doesn't win, it doesn't really matter to me. because I only watch these fights for pure entertainment. I'm not like gambling on any of them or anything like that, so it's not like I'm losing anything. So for me, it's just pure entertainment. Whoever wins wins, and as long as the fight is good and it's what it's not too hyped up or whatever, and it's a good fight and they give a good show and all of that, I'll be more than satisfied with what I saw. So right there, I didn't even push the guy because I knew that Nate was there, and I knew that I was gonna be saved. So look at this bullshit here. I'm shooting this. I was trying to shoot somebody else that was there, and I shot this other guy at the back. And I've been having a few trouble with my natural, but I think it's the blur that I was talking that I was playing with. And right here, I'm just being a douche to that guy and doing the MLG finish because I was watching some MLG recently, and I don't know if you guys are gonna watch MLG Paris. I've been debating it because I want to play instead of watching it, and I don't know. I have plans already for this weekend for the Cinco de Mayo, so who knows. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Like, sub, share if you guys liked, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye.